Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today's video is part of the Stamp Around UK video hop for the 1st of January 2024. So Happy New Year to you all. There will be a list of everyone else taking part in this video hop in the description for this video, so please do check them all out. Our theme for this month is embossing, so I have made this kind of grungy, rocky card with some embossed vellum. I'll show you how I did that, and also I've got some heat embossing. I've got white on the Have a Rock and Roll Birthday, and I've got some silver around about the rest of the guitar pick. I've got black on Smoky Slate for the guitar. I've got clear on Basic Grey in the background there, and I've just done some normal stamping on the inside of the card. I thought that was enough embossing. I think I've ticked that box for the theme. So I'm going to show you what I did. So I've got my card base, that's nice and simple, and my card layer and these bits for die cutting. I also have this Merry Melody embossing folder, and I've got a piece of just normal white vellum and a stamping blend that is basic black dark, and I'm just roughly colouring this. As you see, it's all very grungy, so it doesn't matter if I've got a nice solid colour. It was just that white was too boring, normal, and I wanted something very different. So the Merry Melody embossing folder has been around for a while, but the bundle that I am using is from a new suite that is part of the upcoming, very soon, mini catalogue that launches on the 4th of January. Still can't show you the inside, but this is the catalogue. So the suite that I'm using also comes with some embellishments that I didn't buy, but a fabulous pack of paper, and I'll show you that in another video at some point. But the Rockstar bundle, I'm using this stamp, that little lightning bolt one, Have a Rock and Roll Birthday, and your Rockstar for the inside. But we've also got a microphone and a drumstick there as well. I've got some of the dies out already that I'm going to be using for the guitar and the guitar pick, but we've got one that matches the microphone. We've got one that matches the stamped slash lightning bolt. There is one that matches the drumstick, one that goes with that banner, You're a Rock Star, and then we've got some extra lightning bolt ones, a smaller guitar pick, and a selection of little stars as well. So that's kind of why I didn't bother with getting the embellishments, because I thought I would probably use those little stars and these lightning bolts as well instead. So we've got that ready now. I'm just going to pop it in my embossing folder. Now, you always put the embossing folder through your machine that way, and I always assumed that that would be the right way up. And this one it is most definitely not, because you've got your treble clef at that side there. So that is the right way up, okay? And even although this is grungy, I kind of do want it to be relatively straight, so I'm using that line there. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through my large cut and emboss machine. Okay, so there we have that embossed. Get rid of that. And you will see it doesn't quite look like it did on there, and that's because I then took an emery board and just gently, because if you do it too hard you'll rip it, took some of that colour off the raised pieces by just having that pretty flat. Okay. That I think will do for now. Okay, now distressing it even further, I ripped it, and it will want to go along that line there. But I want it to be a little bit bigger than that. I don't really want it all to go along there. So start it off with a bit of scissor action, and then just chop bits off however you can. My fingers are not particularly cooperative with this kind of thing, but you get the gist. Just grunge it up a little bit more, and as I say, some bits will just come away. So that's one element ready. I'm going to do one of the easier elements first. I'm going to take this layer of basic grey, and I'm not even going to bother using my embossing buddy. I'm just going to use Versamark and this little stamp here, just randomly around about the edges, because you probably won't see an awful lot of it. Okay, and then once I've done that, this will get some clear embossing powder on it. Definitely did more on this one, so hopefully you'll be able to see more of it than on my first one. Okay, now because I'm using clear, white, silver and black, I don't want to use my little tray because then I have to clean it in between times. So instead I have gone old school and I'm using pieces of paper. So this is the one I used for clear. So let's just pop that clear powder on there. I can now see I've got lots of little shadows. Don't care. It's grunge anyway, isn't it? I've got shadows around just about, little halos around just about every bit of stamped there. You can take a small dry brush and just knock that excess powder off there and disguise your smudges a little bit. As I say, a lot of this will be what I've had on this paintbrush, but it's all stuck together. I haven't really tidied up my craft room following all the Christmas crafting chaos. I think that one will go in the bin if I can't get it clean. Right, so that's the clear embossing done for that. I am going to heat emboss as I go so that I don't knock powder off things. Okay, so bear with me whilst I heat up this and melt this powder. Okay, I am going to set this aside to let it cool down and dry, and I'm going to do the white heat embossing of the sentiment onto my piece of black card here. Got my stamp, Versamark ink, pop that on there. Bring this sheet in that I use for white and just give it a little tap to take off the excess on that. Perfect. Right, as I said, I am heat embossing as we go, so okay, so this one I am going to cut with this die, if I can pick it up. Okay, and pop that on there, and I will just die cut this with my mini cut and emboss. Okay, and you'll see on this one that I have got the white sentiment, but I've then also got silver speckles in the background, and because the best glam rock what's the word I was going to say? The best glam rock guitar picks always have sparkles in them, don't they? I have put a tiny drop of Versamark ink refill onto a clear block, and I'm using a fine paintbrush just to pick some of that up and dab it randomly around about. So let me bring in my piece of paper for silver embossing and my tub of silver embossing powder. And you can decide if you've missed a bit. Where did I put that block? There it is. There's not enough on there for me at the top. Let's just add that on. That will do. And if you think you've got a bit too much on, you can try and take a little bit of powder off. But more the merrier for me. Okay, that's silver. We've just got the black left to do. Let's heat emboss this one now. Okay, so we've got two elements completed. I need to do a little bit more work on that bit, but we now need our guitar, and this time I am using Smoky Slate. We've got our die ready to cut that out. Versamark on my stamp, and I think I've kind of managed to get that neck a little bit straight. A little bit squint. Try that. Give that a moment. That looks good. On with the black embossing powder. So Stampin' Up powders come in 2 packs of 3. So the essentials is your black, white and clear, and your metallics is silver, gold and copper. Copper or bronze? What's it called? Copper, I was right. You know, I'm not the only person that doubts themselves, surely. Okay, right. Cool with that. Let's just do the final bit of heat embossing. I absolutely love that image embossed. Heat embossed, it's just fab. And then that now needs to get die cut as well. So we're just lining that up, top, bottom. Okay, we've got all of our elements and I have got lots of embossing powder all over my desk. So let's put this together. As I say, I need to finish off the this layer by distressing the edges a little, and I just used my paper snips to go along and just roughen up that. I find the corners more difficult to do, so in the end most of them kind of just get a little bit curled. You can buy specific tools for distressing edges, but you don't need to if you've got a pair of scissors. Just mind your fingers. Just breaking down the fibres there. You could add in a little tear, whatever you like. I'm not going to take too long over this because I don't want this video to go on forever. I think that will do. Take off any fluffy bits and let's think about putting this together. So I'm going to put that on there, that's going to go on there, and then that can sit on there. So I'm going to put glue on the back of this. And that will go on there like that. Glue on the back of my guitar. Like so, and then I can put glue on that edge of the pick there and the back of where it is. If you hold it up to the light you can see where your guitar neck is and the guitar body, so you can put glue to there and you're not having to put glue on any of the bits of the vellum that would be seen. Okay, there we go. And then it just simply has to go onto my guitar base. Guitar base. Oh, got guitars on the brain now. Onto my card base. And I'm just putting glue in the middle, not too close to the edge there, so that I can rough it up a bit more should I wish to do that at the corners, etc. And then I need a piece for the inside. Okay, so I have my piece of white. I'm going to stamp with basic grey. A few taps, ink that up, press that down. Rock star. And then I'm going to put a couple of these little flashes as well. Ta-da! All done. Just to glue this on the inside. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this video is part of the Stamp Around UK video hop, so there will be a list of everyone else taking part in the hop in the description for this. Please do click on those links and go around and get lots more embossing inspiration from my talented UK Stampin' Up independent demonstrators. I hope you've enjoyed my card. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button. If you also want to make sure you get notifications of the next time I upload a tutorial, please click on that bell as well. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, take care. Bye bye.